How y'all doing out there? I am Z-Tone Train. This is just a basic dude vlog, and there's been a subject over the past couple of days that has been heavy on my heart when it comes to cheap gear. We've talked on my channel a lot about knives. We talk about cheap knives, we talk about medium knives, we talk about everything in that range, you know. We did a $1, $3, $5 challenge, and that was crazy. And that was when we started looking at stuff like super El Cheapos that you would pick up at like a gas station that landed in my automobile tool set just in case I need to scrape something or cut something in there because it was handy for it and it was dirt cheap, right? And then we talk about, you know, knives that you'd give away to somebody if they needed a knife on a weekend camping, or if you had like an extra on you, somebody didn't have one that was with you. You know, we talked about stuff like that. Lately, the big news has been that new Ozark Trail Benchmade copy, basically. I mean, it is a nice looking knife made out of really nice steel, got a cool flipper lock on it, and I can't get one. I just couldn't get one. The local Walmarts here don't have any right now. They're gone. That fellow made a video review of those things, and they came off the shelves like hotcakes to every guy that's ever wanted a Benchmade knife and couldn't get that flipper. They went out and bought that $10 Ozark Trail. But what I want to talk about is how Ozark Trail knives have been pretty good for a while. Like, if you go back on my channel, you're going to see a couple different reviews of things that Ozark made. Like they did a Swiss Army style knife, a multi-tool style Swiss Army style knife, looked like a Victorinox, felt like a Victorinox, super nice knife. They made a series of knives that I got a couple of that have this fiberglass injected nylon handle, and they feel just amazing in your hand. Now, they're a simpler knife than what you find now, but they're handy. This one survived my 14-year-old, and it's not wobbly, and I don't know, you know, I mean, he'd use it for what 14-year-olds use knives for, I suppose. You know, it's just nice. And for $6, you know, it wouldn't make me cry if he did what 14-year-olds do and lost it. I wouldn't feel bad about that. And this is a rock solid knife, man. Clip on the side. And they made a few different colors of this fiberglass injected nylon handle. I bought one in like olive drab green. I gave it to my father-in-law a few years back. I wouldn't give anything to him that I thought was junk, that I thought would break. And I don't think it's broken. They made stuff like this. Another thumb lock knife. Another Ozark Trail knife here. No wiggle. Well, maybe a little back and forth, but it feels tight. It's got a good handle. This one, of course, has the very trendy bottle opener on the other end of it, but it's got the clip. It's made of pretty decent steel. My other kid was using this one and hasn't ruined it. Thumb lock. And now, I'm not trying to sell you on this stuff, you know? I'm not trying to sell you a knife. I'm just telling you that we've used Ozark Trail knives a lot, and I almost feel like they were underrated often, like more than one time if people underestimated. I have this fixed blade Ozark Trail knife we talked about the other day, and it has been rock solid for 6 years of actual use. Okay? I've used a lot of their products because I do cheap gear reviews, and I'm a cheap gear kind of guy, I suppose. There's lots of stuff that I have that's nicer. If I had the pick of all of my folding knives, would I take one of these on a desert island? Probably not. What I would take is what I've used for 20 years as my baby and my favorite is my Gerber 600, because as folding knives go, I would put this up against any folding knife. Is it tactical? No. Is it flipper? No. This is a solid knife, lockback construction, Gerber 600. I don't even think they make these bad boys anymore. And I've had this one for 20 years of hard service, and it still looks perfect and isn't beat to shit. It isn't broken. Probably shouldn't cuss. That's okay. I'm sorry. We're a family channel. I'll be good. I get excited. But yeah, if of all my folding knives, Would I take an Ozark Trail knife with me if I had a choice? No. I would take my Gerber 600. But would I feel like I didn't have a good enough tool if I took that $6 folding knife right there and that was what I had and that was all I could get my hands on? If I showed up alone in the woods and what I had was this knife, would I feel like I was underknifed? No, I really wouldn't. I would feel like I had the right tool to make shelter. I would feel like I had the right tool to work and do what I needed to do to get out. I would really be happy if I had a lighter too. But would I feel bad if I took this one? No. Do I think there's bottle tops to open out there? No. Maybe. Nukacola. But I wouldn't feel bad if I had one of these Ozark Trail folding knives. They have been good for a long time, and I'd feel great if I had this one. Feel amazing if I had this full tang, fixed blade knife. Is it my favorite full tang fixed blade knife? No. I think that this Schrade Walden H15 that I got from my grandpa is probably the best help a man can get. I think this is my favorite fixed blade knife in the world. And not just because it came from my grandpa, although that is a huge part of it. But this thing has survived since 1953, and I know this thing got hard use because I know him. Stole the sheath from a UST knife because the sheath for this one probably went to pieces. I mean, it's from 1953. So that's what, 70 years? I'm just saying that Ozark Trail knives have been good for a long time. This isn't new. The Benchmade knife is cool and new, and I want one just as bad as anybody else does. I don't want to spend $300 on a Benchmade flipper. And then what? Am I going to review a $300 knife on this channel? I wouldn't do it. This is for looking at stuff that people can afford to use. This knife is great, solid. The lock is positive for $6. It works well for $6. And it'll do anything you would need to do on a camping trip for $6. Not a big deal. And you wouldn't cry if it fell out of your pocket or got hooked on something when you're putting on your waders. Whatever. It wouldn't hurt your feelings to lose a $6 pocket knife. But they're cool. Ozark Trail makes good stuff. Their stuff is solid and has been solid. I feel like everybody acts like this is a new thing. I watch these videos and I feel like everybody's talking about it like it's new. Like Ozark Trail hasn't already been doing that, They were already making nice things. But anyway, this is what I wanted to talk about today. We're going to have a lot more reviews and stuff coming. I hope everybody liked the video about the Coleman stove. I had fun making that one because I got to light a fire. And I like that kind of thing. We're going to get out of the place. We're going to go do some fishing stuff. We're going to go do some other stuff. We're not just doing reviews these days. But I just wanted to get on here and talk to you. I feel like yes, the flipper's super cool. Man, that Ozark Trail Benchmade wannabe kind of thing, it's solid for what they do. It's worth the extra $4 over their other folding knives that are all $5.97. Is it worth the extra $4? Hell yeah, I think so. Am I gonna get one and we'll check it out on here and see what happens with it? Yeah, I like to use them for a while before we really look at them. Like all this stuff here, I like to use it a little bit before we talk about it. But we're going to talk about it. We're going to get one. It's just going to take a while because the hype train has got to die down, I suppose. So, check out, if you can't get that flipper, just like me, I could not get the new Ozark Trail Benchmade or what have you, right? Axis lock. Check out their other stuff. This is a decent knife. It's $6, man. Like, they make other good knives, and I think they're good. I've had a few, because that's what we do here. I am Z-Town Train. This has been just a basic dude vlog, and I am out of here. I'll see ya.